Yeah, I just want to thank God for me, for my growth, for my journey, for my healings. I want to thank Him for my miracles, for what's to come. I want to thank Him for my ministry, for His glory. I want to thank Him because God did a good job. He did a good job with me. I am not who I used to be. I am not who I used to be 5 days ago. I'm not who I used to be 5 hours ago. I'm not used to who I was 5 years ago. I'm not used to who I was a year ago. Devil, you are not welcome here. You are not welcome here, devil. You're not welcome here, devil. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. I'm telling y'all, when y'all sit, God said, just sit with me. Just sit with me. Spend time with me. God said, that's all I'm asking you. I'm asking you to just sit with me. Just sit with me. God said, I don't need nothing else from you but to come sit with me. Sit with me. Y'all, the more and more I spend time with God, the closer and closer we become. And the more and more I can hear Him. The more and more I can feel Him. The more and more I have clear direction. The more and more I don't feel lost. The more and more I feel connected. The more and more I feel He's in control. Because I'm close. I'm close to Him. Me and God like this. We ain't always been this close. We had a relationship, but we had a distant relationship. I remember 4 years ago, and I used to pray to God for peace and joy. I just pray for a life with Him. I just always pray that prayer to know Him. Pray that prayer 4 years ago. Constantly. Over and over and over and over and over again. And 4 years ago, God told me that I'll only find my peace in Him. That I'll only find my joy in Him. God told me this 4 years ago. But 4 years ago, I wasn't in this place to fully understand just who God was and all that He's capable of. But now, oh my God, now, y'all, now, if I would have, I'm not going to say if I would have known what I known 4 years ago. If I would have took the time to let Him be in control. Oh my God. But I'm not one to sit and beat myself up over time. No, I'm not. I'm not going to beat myself up over shoulda, woulda, coulda, if I would have did this 5, 10 years ago. It's all in God's perfect timing. It is so much that I wasn't ready for back then 4 years ago. I wouldn't have been able to receive none of what God has given me now 4 years ago because I had so many distractions. I was so busy. I had so much commotion going on. I couldn't hear God. I knew him. I spent time with him. But I didn't have a complete relationship with him because I didn't stay in him. I didn't stay close to him. I allowed people and situations and things distance me from God. But I promised God, I promised him, and I can never break my promise to God. I promised God that I'll never leave him like that again. I remember when I realized it, I promised God to never put him on the back burner again. Ever. And ever since then, I've been keeping God close. I've been keeping him close. Like when I tell you I have been under so many attacks. Like when I used to say I was strong. Oh, I used to always say, God, thank you, God, for me being strong. God, thank you. God, make me stronger. And let me tell you something about God. You be very careful what you ask God for. Because when he do it, it ain't going to be what you look like. What it look like. What you think it's going to look like. That ain't how God works. When I asked God for peace, oh, baby, he gave me stuff that made me weather that storm. Oh, my God. When I asked God for patience, when I asked God for endurance, y'all, I asked God for all of these things. And I had no clue when I was asking him what I was asking him for. But he already put inside of me everything that I needed to weather them storms. Because with those things that I asked him, he going to give you some storms. Oh, he going to give you some storms. You're going to have to pass a couple of tests. He ain't just going to give you one test. You're going to have a pop quiz. You're going to have an exam. You're going to have you're going to have test after test. It ain't going to be just no one test. No. Sometimes God will test us and we'll pass and he'll be like, that was a little too easy there. Let me try this again. Listen. Be very careful what y'all ask God for, because if you ain't prepared for it, it's going to be a tough one. When you pray to God about whatever, I don't care what it is, be prepared. Because when God answers you, he don't answer you like we want him to answer. Like we would imagine him to answer. God answering us is going to be so uncommon. So uncommon. I just had to share that, y'all. Like, I am up. It's probably like 3 o'clock now because I did my first video. It was 2:22. I remember on the clock. 2:22. And I got so full again. Y'all. God just be moving me. He just moves me. And when he moves me, I just flow with the Spirit. And I talk and I speak. And I'm very transparent now. God had to rid me of a lot of things. And one of it was my pride. One was my pride. Biggest dream killer. Pride, the biggest relationship killer. Pride. So God had to rid me of a lot of stuff. He had to rid me of a lot of stuff to get me to where I am now. But look, I'm telling y'all, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. I ain't even gonna tell you it's easy. I ain't gonna sit and tell you that. You're gonna have some moments where you be like, oh, okay, that ain't too bad. You know, I took that like a G. And it's gonna be sometimes you be like, God, like, what are you trying to do? You're gonna have times you feel like that, like, God, I that's too much. Let up off a little bit, Lord. That's too much. God, you're pressing too hard. It's too much. You're gonna have times like that. But God has definitely given you everything that you need to weather any storm. Whew. just be prepared when you ask God. When you ask him to move, just be prepared. I'll talk to y'all later.